Should I use an LLC to buy real estate? And it's a common question, and it's a good one, especially for new real estate investors. As they're getting started, they're concerned about the potential liability of putting real estate in their name. Investing in real estate does come along with some inherent risks, and it can be a litigious industry. So you want to be protected. And there's some other benefits that people don't consider, and I'm going to walk you through all of them. Let's go. So I'm going to go over whether or not you should use an LLC to buy real estate. Specifically, 1, I'll cover what an LLC actually is. 2, an LLC's benefits to real estate investors. 3, who should actually use one. And 4, when they should use one. And 5, how to easily set one up. And I'm not an attorney, by the way. My advice would be to have an expert go ahead and walk you through this. But I'm going to explain it to you so that anyone can understand it. We can avoid all of the legal mumbo jumbo. If you decide that you do need an LLC and you don't have an attorney to speak to, I'll show you how to get some easy, inexpensive expert help. First, what is an LLC? Well, LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And you can either set one up by yourself, or you can set one up with a partner or multiple partners that we refer to as a group. LLCs are regulated at the state level. So depending on which state you live in, there might be some nuances of how you actually set yours up. Like I said, if you need some help, I've got that coming. So that's what an LLC is. Number 2, why would you need one? What are the benefits? And there are 4 benefits specifically that I'm going to cover. 1, it limits your personal liability. If someone were to file a lawsuit against you as an individual, then your personal assets, those could be at stake. However, if you were running your business as an LLC and that same lawsuit came your way, then your personal assets would be safe. Only the assets the business owns would be at stake. In other words, as a real estate investor, your rental property is really the only thing that's at stake. Your personal finances are safe. The second benefit is it keeps your rental properties separated from each other. In addition to separating your rental properties from your personal assets, it can also be a really good idea to separate your rental properties from each other. If you have all of your properties under different LLCs and someone files a lawsuit against property A, then properties B, C, and D, they won't be affected. They'll be safe. This effectively separates and protects each of your properties. Now, each person's situation is very different, and there are a lot of variables at play that you're going to need to consider. So consulting professional help, you're going to want to do that before taking any permanent action. Number 3 is pass-through taxation. You see, normally when a business generates a profit, they're going to have to pay taxes on that profit. And then they're going to have to pay taxes again on the income that they receive from their business. With an LLC, you get the benefits of those profits passing through to you as the business owner. Essentially, all income made through your LLC will pass through to you as the individual. And what this does is it minimizes the amount of money that's gonna go to Uncle Sam. You get to keep more of your hard-earned money right there in your pocket. The 4th benefit is you get to easily separate your professional and personal expenses. When you create an LLC, you should create a separate LLC bank account. That way, your business expenses are separated from your personal expenses. This makes it much easier to claim the rental property operating expenses when it is time to do your taxes. When you have separate bank accounts, it makes it really clear as to which expenses are for your business and which are your personal expenses. So those are the primary benefits of running your business inside of an LLC. Now, who gets these benefits? Who are they designed for? Well, any landlord can benefit from having an LLC, whether you got one property or multiple properties. You're going to benefit from the pass-through taxation, and you're going to benefit from the liability protection. LLCs can be especially beneficial if there is more than one person involved in your business. What the operating of an LLC agreement does is it outlines the responsibilities of each person, each member of that LLC. And what this can do is it can help you easily manage the property and protect each member of the LLC in the event something, uncomfortable arises. Now, before I share with you when and how to create your LLC, if you're taking your real estate investing seriously, let me know by clicking the subscribe button, because I post cool videos like this, money-making videos like this each and every week, and they can really help you level up your real estate investing business, and you don't want to miss it. Number 4, regarding when you want to set up your LLC. Ideally, you want to set it up before you ever even start conducting your real estate investing business, before you ever take ownership of the property. Now, there's a lot that you can do retroactively, so if you didn't get it set up right away, don't worry. It can be a little more complicated and also be accompanied by some elevated costs. So that's the when. Now, number 5, how do you set up the LLC? You really have 3 options. You could employ an attorney, which is probably the best way to do it, but it can be accompanied by a hefty price tag and is not necessarily essential. You could find an online service like a LegalZoom where you do most of the work yourself and it's actually rather affordable, but there is some heavy lifting involved and it's kind of difficult. If you ever have any questions that arise, you're gonna need somebody to turn to most likely. But if you're comfortable and you know what you're doing, by all means, that's a great route to take. Or if you'd like some one-on-one help, but you don't want the cost, I could help you out there by introducing you to my team and making sure that you get your LLC set up the right way. So I've worked out a deal for my clients to get some one-on-one expert consultation where you can hop on the phone and you can brainstorm some ideas about you, your situation, your goals, all around helping you keeping more of what you make. And then if it makes sense, they'll actually help you set your whole LLC up. They'll do it for you. And here's the best part. They've agreed to absorb the bulk of the expense that would normally come with setting up an entity like this. So what's the catch? Because there's always a catch, right? No one is going to work for free. Well, their idea is if they show you what they can do and how well they do it and how comfortable and nice it is to work with them, you'll probably want to do business with them in the future. That's it. It's the old show them how you can help them by actually helping them trick. So they're gonna look at your situation, analyze all the different nuances, and just make sure that you get set up the right way the very first time. You see, when this is done correctly, you'll be able to write off over 250 different expenses, saving you thousands, even if you're just starting out. If you like the idea of this, get the rest of the details, book a time to set up this strategy session. You can do that at freeentity.com. So you can protect your assets and start keeping more of that hard-earned money. You don't want to send that away to Uncle Sam if you don't want to. Go to freeentity.com. I'll also put a link down below in this description for your convenience. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.